What is up, everybody? I am currently in the new place, and I'm just working on the new studio. I figured I would come and hang out with you whilst I do this in real time. How's it going? Happy New Year. How have you been? What is good? Out with the in crowd says morning, Will. Morning to you. It's currently 2 p.m. here. Don't know why I had to think about that for so long. We've got the old coffee on the go. I hope you're doing well. Let me know what time it is where you're tuning in from. Let me know how you've been. But yeah, working on the studio. Got a lovely space to work with. It's a small space, as you can probably tell over this way. You know, we've got enough space to throw the electric kit in. Actually, if I take this off, probably give you a better view. Got enough space to throw the electric kit, and for a keyboard on my left, we've got all of this to work with on the right side of me. But today, I want to try and maybe get these isolation boxes completed. You should see the state of my bathroom. It's I've got everything that I can't fit into this room in the bathroom. All of the, if you ever tuned into the old place, all of the plant wall, all that good stuff in bags over there, as well as all the boxes, cables. Oh my God, when we move studios, there's just so many cables. And you're like small things like extension leads and XLRs and things like that. So I'm gonna try and knock some of that out. I always seem to jump on stream when I'm at my most hungry. So I don't know how long I'll stick around for, but I'll stick around for a little bit of time. And hopefully some of you guys have some insights as to how I can improve this. Because the more I kind of get into it, the more I realize I'm terrible at DIY. I'm filming this whole process, making sure that anything that I do come across, like I was pretty proud of the flooring. Not a lot of folks have info on how to lay this floor down. You can see a little bit back here. And it doesn't run far enough to the door because you've got a door box. The door needs to open. So it was great. I found 2 pieces of flooring that I could put down that was renter friendly. I found a big rug that I could put down as a carpet. But now I've got to cut like a box out so that when I come in, I can close myself in. And of course, like this view, if you do Patreon one-to-ones with me, or if I have client work, it's not great to see a door and stuff behind me. I've got a I think maybe curtains are the way forward. Theatre curtains to kind of catch some of that. Obviously, we're going to make the isolation boxes today. But there's a fair bit to do. And the more I do, the more I go, it looks terrible in here. So if you have any points of, interior design, let me know. If you have any points of making a studio at home, let me know. But we're going to dive into it. Out with the in crowd says, I should eat. I absolutely know. I did have breakfast, I had breakfast. I went and played some golf. That's partly the reason. Probably why I've built up an appetite. Egrets is here. I barely have the patience to have a circuit bent tape deck alone all the cable in. Tell me about it, man. I don't know if you can see down here, but I've still got to route like the tape deck into the mixer, into these things, and then back into the computer. It's a whole thing. Good morning, my friend. I hope you're doing good. Hope you got some good stuff on the Birdify this morning. Your bird cam. You've inspired me. I've got a, I think I told you this before, but I have a balcony now. First time ever. Got a balcony with 2 plant boxes in it already, and I'm gonna get that Birdify app, and I'm gonna see what I can catch on there. There's definitely been just the standard crows, not really pigeons, seagulls, and magpies. This magpie is running amok in the gutters. But there's a couple robins normally outside waiting for me. Hopefully there's something a little bit more interesting, but I'm near a train station. I don't know how much I'm gonna see. Amado says, feels nice to work on home improvements, endless moments of zen. Oh no, Egret said endless moments of zen, which is right for the birdify thing, but I don't know. Home improvements, no moments of zen. So, let me know if you can hear me back here. This is what I got so far. I've built and again, I filmed all of this. I'll point this mic this way for what it's worth. I've filmed all of this so I can actually like let you into what I've been doing. But rough and ready, built these kind of like fairly strong, and I think mix with the it's not mixed with the masters. In the mix, did a video on this as well, so I kind of copied that to build some like sturdy frames. Now I'm just putting the kind of like border on it. I'm not great at DIY, so as you see these in the video, they're all wonky and stuff. I didn't have a workbench to drill these into, so all the nails are all bent and stuff. And then a friend of mine was like, you should have just glued them together. And I was like, why did I not think of that? I want to hang some curtains. Some theatre curtains are going to be really big and thick. And so I think if I get theatre curtains and I put them up on the walls, that's going to be it'll be better for the backdrop. Front and back. Sides, isolation boxes, hopefully do a cloud eventually. At the minute I just need to work in here. And then theatre curtains front and back to cover the window, to cover the door, especially the door. But I'm trying to figure out, like my landlord was like, as long as you don't knock any walls down, I'm cool with what you do. But does he mean that? Because my last landlord withheld my deposit for not icing out or defrosting the freezer. So I don't want to drill into the walls, and then the guy's like, why did you put curtains on all the walls? So I don't really know if there's like a command strip, you know, these command strip like picture hang Velcro things. I don't know if they make them strong enough for curtains. And I've also got these, which are kind of helpful. Let me switch cameras. I also got these, which work really well. I might have to go get some food, I'm kind of shaky. They work really well for at the back of your setup, your production setup, whatever your workspace is, to hang all the cables on. So there's a little hack. Right. Nail Gun City. How's everybody doing though? What are you up to this weekend? What are you doing Saturday and Sunday, Egret? So you hanging out with the fam? What's good? I wish we could go to like a hockey game or something. Oh, it'd be nice. One day, bud. One day. Just got a bunch of like, I guess it's kind of like chipboard, and cut that to size. And then that'll be like the length and width. But again, my measurements weren't great. So there is, even if I get this on nice and straight, like that, you can still see that the corners are like kind of airy. So then I might get some felt, like black felt, to just cover it all. But again, not super DIY savvy. So we're just gonna play it by ear, really. It's not wonderful. Okay, let's do top and bottoms first. Let's do top and bottoms and then maybe get some cookies or something. That's not really a substantial lunch, but maybe. Watching Will do home improvements, just hanging out, enjoying the moment. Well, I'm pleased. I'm pleased. God knows I need some morale and some help. Really, I need professional help. Okay. How did I do this? Kind of just willy-nilly. And I guess I'll just do it willy-nilly this way too. Okay. No real measurement. Should I do it about halfway? Does that seem good? Because basically what's going to happen is I'm going to put the foam inside, and then I'm going to go back to the plant wall. So you can see down here, plant wall, it'll be foam sort of inside a little bit, and then plant wall to just like neaten it up, because I think foam looks crap. This is all a learning curve. I'm totally prepared to mess up a couple times. I think that's going to go like that. Which gives me plenty of space to put this in. Is that straight? Again, it's all by eye, which is half the fun. That is straight. That'll do it. Okay. Wonderful. Don't know how many staples I got. Just bought the gun. Woman was like, there's a few staples in there. I was like, that'll do. Yep, no worries, alright. And she was like, do you need to buy some? And I was like, nah, you're good. So we might end up making these boxes again. We might end up like trying again and gluing them together. The initial idea was to try and do this like under £1,000. That was kind of the goal. But now I don't know if that's the case. Because wood's just so expensive. Yeah, see that? We already fucked it. Because it's the staples that I've bought aren't quite thick enough to go through this. So I've ballsed it already. Really push down on this. No, I'm kind of fucking it up. I don't know why. God, there's loads in it. Missed completely. If you saw a slow motion of that, missed completely. There's a very good, strong chance that you're going to see me mess myself up. Dude, this is bad. Can I show this? Here we go. Okay, so can I show how bad this is? Look, missed, up this way, missed again, missed down here, caught it. This is so bad. Okay, missed completely, by the way. Where is it? Yeah, missed completely, just there. So, yeah, this isn't great. I should have gone with like a small nail gun or something. I don't think I've got enough of these to keep going. I really want to get it in at the end, because I'm kind of messing this up. I might have to pick those out. What's the best way to pick them out? Like pliers? I don't think I've got small enough pliers. So I might go flathead. Anyway, updates on the channel. I'm kind of experimenting right now because I don't know what folks are like into, so to speak. Like, if I do a a standard, like, if I do like a normal inspired by episode, generally the views are pretty low on subjects that I think are fairly interesting. But if I do a like talking head style video, which I've been filming in the living room, which I've been loving. I love the backdrop in there. It looks way better than this room. But definitely can't keep doing that. My partner's like, we've got a whole spare room for you to build a studio in, which is absolutely right. But the backdrop looks so good. But yeah, I think those talking head videos are doing better, which I shouldn't be like driven by views. But if you think that, you know, this is my career, and if views are my shop window, I do kind of need to pay attention to views a little bit to make sure sponsors are there and all that kind of thing. So yeah, if there's something you want to see, let me know. That was better. That was way better. Okay, I think we've got to stop pushing backwards and push down on the nose. Okay, last one. Or last side, I should say. This doesn't look good. That'll be the top, I think. That'll be the bottom. Okay. We need one more. So yeah, so this is how that's going. Can you imagine? I've still got to build a drum stage. A drum stage is basically like an apartment-friendly stage, so that the sound doesn't travel downstairs. And at first I was like, that's going to be really fun. I think I can do that. But now I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure I can. Just the DIY skills are not tremendous. Let's do that like that. It does stick out a little bit though. How bad does that look? Oh, it doesn't look great. But then if I have a grassy wall, it's gonna look kind of el natural anyway. Okay, we'll try that. Perhaps this is one of those like adventures where, you know, all the fun was in the journey. Doesn't feel like that, but maybe it is. Maybe it was the staples I met along the way. This one's going better. Yeah, that one's way better. I just used 4 on that one and not 14. Okay, so the idea is that we'll put some foam in this. You know, the more, I don't know if you saw that in real time, but the more I get into this project, the more I'm like, I don't think this is gonna work. Okay, the idea is that, let's do it against the door. There would be a cover on the back, okay? There'd be a cover on the back, and things are falling down. So if we use the door as the cover, somewhat, the bottom just fell off. Fuck's sake. Maybe I should do glue. Glue would have been better. This whole thing would have been better with glue. Glue the frames. Glue these on. Because I think like Egrets has got the right Egrets has got the right quote. Not perfect, good enough is the DIY mantra. I think you're right. I have wood glue here. Why didn't I use that? This whole thing would have been better with glue because I don't know if you can see this. But the staples, if I can get it to focus. Where's a staple? Here, they don't really, you can see that, well, it's kind of blurry, but you can see that it's kind of, it's just sticking out a little bit, which means they're all going to fall out. I thought they were hooking in, but there's just not enough staple for them to hook in. So maybe wood glue was the thing. Wood glue might be better. It's annoying, it means I've got to take everything out. Okay, let's try that then. What was I using? Well, let me see if this will work anyway. Hold on. Before I get started, the idea was, let's put that there. These would go in. Boom. Boom. Hey, my love. I'm just on stream. These would go like this. Okay. And then, I don't know if I can pull one out. And then, because this stuff looks crap, I would then go like boom, and I would put the grass wool inside on top of the phone with a black frame. But I don't think it's a good idea anymore. I think you can ask maybe ask B&Q to cut for you, which is, if you're in America and you don't have B&Q, it's like the hardware store. I think you can ask them to cut the frames to size, cut the wood to size, which I might do. I kind of wanted to do it myself, but I'm thinking I probably can't. But listen, it's the first time we're doing this. A child of the internet, you know? I had a, what's the word, like, I thought I could do more than I could do. But we'll see. I am also stubborn, so oftentimes these things take me 2 or 3 goes to just get them right. This works better if you push the staples from the other side. I push my staples into the screw driver. I'm really fucking shit at this. But yeah, backdrop not looking good. Needs a professional touch. And considering this is our first step, not that I want to like put myself down, but considering this is the first step, I guess the flooring was the first step, which actually did go really well. It was long, but it went well. I don't feel good about the other things. But maybe it's because it's so much mess. You know when you start a project and you're like, where do I begin? Maybe it's because there's so much mess that this is feeling overwhelming right now. We'll see. Let's try wood glue. How the heck am I going to get it to stand? I need a clamp. I used to have a clamp. I don't anymore. I have drum clamps. I have tape. Can I use tape? Maybe I could use tape. I used to have clamps and I think I threw them away in the move. Let's try tape. If I glue this here, I'm not going to be able to get out. But if I glue it now, all the others are going to fall off. I should glue one to try. I'm going to glue one to try. This isn't going to be strong enough. Masking tape? Already know I'm not going to be strong enough. Okay. Wood glue. This is going to go here. I think there's a certain degree of like a certain degree of being a little bit over optimistic, whatever the phrase is for that, that is helpful. I've already used this wood glue, so I don't know if it's good anymore. It looks like it is. I mean, how much do you even use? It's a shame, I don't know. It doesn't bother me to chat about this online, so don't feel bad or any type of way, but my granddad was such a great carpenter. I think this is a funny story actually, but he's such a great carpenter. And I told him about this project and he went, don't, you know, unless you've got like some kind of secret life, he goes, you've never built anything. He's like, I think you're biting off more than you can chew. And I was like, and this guy's a great carpenter. He built a lot of the banks that we see in London today. And I was like, no, I think it'll be fine. And I was chatting to him on the phone like a few days before he died. This was like beginning of January. And I was like, yeah, so the carpet, like I just kind of, or the flooring, I was like, I just kind of put the flooring in. And I just put like the initial, they're like foam boards, and then you do tri-floor. I was like, yeah, I put the foam boards down, then I put the tri-floor on top of it, and then I put the carpet on top of it. He was like, did you secure it anyway? They're all gonna move. And I was like, ooh. And so now I'm like, damn, I wish I could ask him some advice. But here we are. I think he'd enjoy the disillusionment. I just moved this. Fucking hell. Is that going to help hold it? I don't know. Okay. I thought we were going to get these done on the live stream. I was like, that would be like half an hour. But obviously I was wrong. Let's see if wood glue's better. Feels better already. Feels sturdy. I think I need to clamp that better. Could I use it as a clamp? I used to have clamps, why did I throw them away? I don't. fresh out of luck. Damn. I will. Doing DIY on an empty stomach is more aggravating. Not great at DIY either. And speaking from personal experience, Collar says, good luck with the setup, Will. Honestly, looks tiresome. It's not fun. It's not fun. I'm not good at it. But thank you. Thank you so much for the well wishes. We're going to get there. Do I have clamps in this box? I don't think so. I think maybe holding it is the best option. Oh, it's leaning forward. I think holding it's maybe the best option. Oh, I slid it. And now I have glue on my hand. Now I'm going to be that kid from school that has to pick all the glue off. Let's bring this over here. And I can hold it and chat. This is not ideal. Okay. I'm gluey. Have no tissue in here. Jesus. Okay. Okay. I think I'll just let that dry. Oh dear. So yeah. So far, so far. How do I get this more on my face? I mean, Jesus Christ. Figure it out, Will. You watch like channels like you know, Emily Harp or Ben Jordan, or I don't know who's got a nice space. Anybody. Your boy from Tim Henson from that band. And you see them build their own studios and you go, that is amazing. And they're like, I don't have any sheets over my music gear. You're dead right. It's not good that I'm putting, you know, pliers and things on the expensive stuff. It's not good that I'm putting tape and things on the drum. You're absolutely right. When I do more gluing, I think that's something that we need to do. Thank you for that, Dirty Jokes fan. Appreciate that. But yeah, what was I going to say? So then you see these people that you've like grown up watching, and they're maybe at 70,000 or 100,000 subscribers, and you're like, man, if I ever get to that stage, that's going to be crazy. And then I'm approaching 100,000 subscribers, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Have I learned nothing? This takes a while to dry, huh? But I do think it's better. What do you guys do today? Oh, just watched glue dry when Will's stream, Polyphia, that was it. Tim Henson's studio is crazy. But then like if you go to the Discord, there are plenty of folks in the Discord who have amazing studios. I think it's can't remember if it's Cucamello or Colors and Clouds. Lovely space. Our boy John O.N. Nathan, great space that he's making in the basement. Wonderful. So many of the folks from the Discord got lovely studios, but I think you've got to have an eye for it. And I have a when it's a blank canvas, I go, oh yeah, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look great. But now I'm in the madness, and I go, I don't know how it's gonna look. I don't even know if the color of this is nice anymore. You know, how did I get more glue on my hand? let's have a look at a little, right, no glue on this hand. Let's use this as the electronics hand. Let's go over and get some inspo. Home studio decor inspo? I don't know. I don't think that's going to be good. See, how lovely is that? My problem is that this room is long. Window this side, door that side, as you can tell. Only slightly. It's only just off of a square, which isn't ideal. This would have been the better wall to put the speakers on, but I wouldn't have been able to fit the drum kit that way. So we could have made do. But yeah, so that's something to bear in mind. This is lovely though. See, this is, I haven't looked at this before, but this is what I was thinking. At the back of the room. This is going to be way bigger than my space. There's like inspiration there. Like these boxes are real nice, but like, you know, where do you put? I guess I could put stuff on the walls. I don't know. Initially, I was thinking curtains all the way around, only because there was a dude. He like records drums in his apartment. Studio. There we go. I'm not sure if it was this. Did I say Japan as well? I shouldn't have said Japan. Definitely somewhere else. Okay. So I'm off the Spotify train now and using YouTube Premium, which I should have done here, but I did an incognito window. And oh, this was the first guy I watched. But anyway, I'm really enjoying YouTube Premium. Music, videos in one place, no ads. I like that. Because Spotify's getting too many ads now, and of course there's all the politics of Spotify, so I want it to be off. But YouTube's doing it. I think that was the move to go to for my streaming. Anybody switching? I looked at Qobuz for a while. That was going to be my other go-to. Apple Music was sort of my third choice, but I tried YouTube Music because obviously that's where the job is at, and I listen to so many podcasts and do so much on YouTube. It'd be nice to be able to play stuff in the background when I'm driving, listen to a podcast or something. So I'm enjoying it. This is the first guy I watched. He obviously had this kind of like, it's like almost like a duvet thing over the door, which is cool. And then lots of curtains. I think there's another guy. He lives in this space. Is it this guy? Again, lots of curtain stuff. I assume those curtains were already here. But there was another dude that I watched, and he did curtains all four walls, which seems to work real nice. This guy's playing a live drum kit, which I also really rate. It's really sick. So maybe I can make it look good, because really when you break it down, obviously he has a bigger space. But he's just, let me skip in this a little bit. Curtains again. it's all like functional. He's just putting like little lights in there, which I think makes it look nice. Everything is neat. I heard this thing the other day and I can't stop thinking about it, how like when men tidy up a space, all they do is line things up and organize, when like a woman will really like clean a space and make it look good. And then I look at things like that, which is stuff that I would do. And when I'm cleaning, I like line bottles up, line toothbrushes up, sorry for punching the mic. And I'm like, dude, that's what I do. I just line things up and I think it looks neat. So, you know, maybe I could do this. This is color graded as well, right? So it's gonna look less depressing on film. But yeah, there was another dude. It was like drumming it was like soundproof drumming at 2 a.m. which gave me a lot of ideas. There's not a lot of videos on this kind of stuff. Obviously never gonna find it ever again. But anyway, that guy had like curtains the whole way around. And I was like, yes. Yes, dude. What's the old comments saying? Let's see. Yeah, an eye in finances. I imagine indie folks with amazing studios have been spending money on it for years and probably save money on all other fronts. Yeah, dude, I'm with you. I've seen one guy use shower curtains as a stopgap solution. Love that. See, this is why I wanted to hang out. I didn't think about that. Shower curtains is cheap, isn't it? See, there's stuff like this, and that's obviously it's an art studio, but it's so overwhelming. So overwhelming. And then this stuff is just like, yo, that's like so reflective. This is just a room with music stuff in it, which looks cozy, but you know, if I'm mixing a client's work, it's not gonna sound great. And we don't have that kind of money. So we don't have this kind of money. That's a studio. So like this kind of thing is best case. Home music studio. Actually, let's go apartment music studio. Inspo. Maybe I don't need inspo on there, huh? How nice is that? I mean, that's just a cool hangout room, more than anything. I don't think anybody's doing it particularly nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, dude, color, man. Thank you, bro. Bam! With the $10. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. I'll get a coffee. Well, I'm fueled up for now. And I'll get a coffee when I start tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the big day. I don't know if I'll stream. But tomorrow's going to be the big day for doing this. This is my one tomorrow's my one free day doing it. I only have like an hour today. I think that's dry. Oh, amazing. Look at this. As I did that, I said, I think that's dry. And then the bottom fell off. So gluing might be the way to do it. Gluing might be the way forward. I'm gonna put this over here. Shit. Colors, man. Appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you for that. It really means a lot. Thank you for the morale boosts and the wise words as well. Thank you for the help. I appreciate you. I wish I had like a kind of oh, there we go. That was kind of satisfying. I get those glue kids at school now. I get this. That was good. I enjoyed that. Came off in one strip. I thought I was gonna have to use this paper as tissue paper. Yeah, I wish I had like DIY buddies. I wish I had friends that were like, builders, carpenters and stuff that I could call up and be like, do you want to hang out? Do you want to build a studio today in an apartment that is renter friendly? I don't. It's me and my partner, and neither of us are particularly DIY savvy. Yeah, this was never going to work. For some reason I thought that those screws, can you see this one here? Just there. I thought those screws were going to stick through a little bit more, but they're not sticking through the wood at all, are they? Screws, I meant staples. They're not sticking through at all. So we need to rethink that. Everything that I do seems to be like I have to do it sort of 2-3 times. Maybe that's everybody. Maybe everybody has to like trial and error thing. If this is my first time, I shouldn't be so hard on myself. That has taken lots of trial and error. But there we are. Colour Music says, no worries, plus I didn't offer much wisdom apart from bitching about how hard it is to do DIY. I think that is wisdom. I think it's like, hey buddy, stop being so hard on yourself. It means a lot, man, thank you. You know, this is all we'd do if we were in the same vicinity anyway. I'd be like, do you want to get coffee? And then we'd sit down in the coffee shop and I'd be like, what do you... That's what I did with my pal today. When I see him, I'm like, what would you do about the carpet situation? But yeah, man, it means a lot. I appreciate you, brother. I'm using magnetized flathead, so it's also frustrating when I push these little so-and-sos out of the wood and it sticks to the screwdriver rather than falling. I should go forward a little bit. Dude, I was on my Zoom session with a client yesterday. Really interesting. I might actually show you guys on stream in a little bit. I was doing this really interesting session about bass sound design, and chair just exploded. One of the screws gave out. I felt this little. It was like the epicenter of what was about to go wrong. I felt the chair. I thought, oh, that's nothing. This will be all right. I didn't say anything. Then suddenly, whoa! Rolled off the back of the chair. The other screws went with it. Pling, pling, pling. Just came straight off. I've been using this chair for so long. Put on a little Christmas weight. You know, all those pork pies and Toblerones. And the back fell off the chair. So not only am I in a session where I, you know, naturally, I don't think anybody cares, but naturally I go, apologies for, you know, for the mess that I'm sat in right now. Building a new studio, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, and that person's like, oh, how's it going? I go, yeah, man, it's going good. I'm learning a lot. I'm trying to build a better studio than I've had before. Not only do I have to start the session with an apology, I have to then continue the session with an apology of, sorry, I'm such a fat bastard, my chair just broke and I just rolled off the back of it. But let's carry on. I did the rest of the session just sort of like, hold on. I did the rest of the session just sort of crouching like this because there was no chair to sit on. Ollie says, teaching yourself DIY is like music production. It's all about trial and error and learning from your mistakes. I appreciate that. I think you're right. Good morning. I am Todd Preston. It's good to have you here, man. If you're only just tuning in, we were building the ISO boxes, but now we have to wait for wood glue to dry. So originally it was, I was doing screws. Sorry, I keep saying screws. Originally I was doing staples. The staples don't go in far enough. So now I'm doing glue, which is a little slower, but I do think it's going to work. But it just means throughout the day I'm going to be like, well, let's glue another panel on. So, is that a smart move, turn that upside down? It's pretty, I think glue is the way forward. It is pretty sturdy. I can push it real good. But I think I should wait until this wood glue is clear. Doesn't feel totally dry yet. It's tacky, doesn't feel dry yet. So maybe I could leave this one up, right? This one up here. That's not leaning on the drums, by the way. That's leaning on the door frame. Because I am very conscious now that you said maybe cover all of the expensive electronics in a sheet. That's a good idea. Let's just do this. Okay. How about that Native Instruments news, man? Isn't that insane? Who could have thought that Native Instruments was going to go bust? They're selling Machine, they're selling, you know, they're not packs, but like their bundles, their VST3s and things like that. And then, oh yeah, we've got no money left. That's insane to me. Okay, this one's going to be nice and easy. I cut this one. This is one of the nicer cuts that I did. You should have seen me, and I think you will, because I think I recorded it, cutting this wood. Absolutely insane. Just on carpet, leaning on the table. It's not my forte, guys. Okay, we glue this real far forward like we did the last one. If there's any good glue left in this. I think I need a new tub, a new tube. Okay, so far so good. I'll just put it a little bit thicker there. Whoop. Okay, drum stool, no sheet. This side. This is ISO box. DOS number 2. I was very excited the other day. I texted Slick P, if you know Slick P. Wonderful member of the of our community. Turned very good friend of mine. But he lives in Portugal. So it was the first time ever that I was like close to Portugal. Went to Gran Canaria with my partner and was like, dude, dude, I'm around the corner. Absolutely not around the corner, but still the same sea, pretty exciting. Got some sun. I think that's the move. Get some sun in January. You've had the winter. Ugh, it was gross, it's wet, whatever. You do Christmas, but you've saved up. You do a little trip, first week of Jan. Get some sun. Obviously, it doubles down the depression because you're kind of depressive. December, January, kind of depressive. I'm kind of a bit broke from Christmas. Is this right? Kind of a bit broke from Christmas. You're depressed about the weather, and then nothing really on the horizon. First week, boom, the holiday you saved up for that you've paid earlier in the year, or earlier the previous year, I guess. Get a little bit of sun, cheap holiday somewhere like the Canary Islands. Stroll along the beach, have a mojito, great. Come back. Obviously raining in the UK, obviously coldest it's ever been. Obviously there's a storm, and not only one storm, but we get hit by a second storm. Both named storms, you know, Storm Rita or Storm Zane Lowe or whatever it's called. So that was a bit of a bummer, but I think that might be the new move. Get away first week. Okay, I'm gonna leave that over here. Just do its thing. Do the old thing. Okay, a little bit of tape. Surprised by the tape that it works. I think it just holds. It just allows it to lean back. Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, I don't know how much more I can really do, because I just didn't expect these to take as long as they did. I think I've got a bit of a problem with this. I have to somehow do it back in. If I did it, what if I did like a felt backing? I go get some material, fabric from the fabric shop. Fabric around the border, black, just black or brown, dark brown. Fabric around, fabric at the back. That allows these to sit on the back of it. I can even tack them in or sew them in, maybe. Pin through, right through the back of the fabric, sew it in. Pin through, right through the back of the fabric, sew it in. Then the green wool, sew it in again, I guess. Then these can go up on the wall. Come on, strips. I think it will be light enough. I just don't like being in mess. It's quite stressful, isn't it? Because I can't really get anything done because the mess is always around. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's a lot of that. You ever do that? Where you're just, there's a lot of just looking, taking it in, staring, trying to figure it out. There's a lot of that going on. There has been a lot of that for a few weeks now. Okay, let me show you something cool. So, I was doing a session, as I said the other day, and it was fun, man. Like, we were looking at, like, basically, I'm just loading up Ableton. We were doing like bass sound design stuff. And I was talking about like, we had a particular reference that we were using. My client asked about like, well, how would you make music like this? And it was very like undulating or almost organic organism of bass. I think one of the things that we overlook is the fact that like, you know, some of these instruments, they're coupled with, let me put this at -2. I don't think that'll be too loud. We'll see. Hopefully this will be loud enough, but I can chat over it. But we forget that these instruments are coupled with like live instruments. They're coupled with something that the listener is familiar with. Traditional instruments. So if you just have a bass, an electronic bass, something like a respace or an 808, the listener might appreciate it with sub, low end. It might be an interesting sound, but it is very electronic. But you pair that with something that is more traditional, a string instrument, a physically modeled instrument, something that sounds real, then it becomes a lot more pleasing to the ear. So let me show you what I had going on. So this is our Ableton session. Basically starting with an F note in operator. Operator, make a respace, instrument rack, so just Command G, put this in an instrument rack. Sub, just operator again, sub sign. And then a noise oscillator with a sub on it. That noise oscillator with a sub on it, you can saturate to give you very dirty noise that pulls out the sine wave, and I'll show you. So let's turn all of this off. Let's turn all of the grouping stuff off. I'll go through this very quickly, but I might make a video on it. It's kind of interesting. This here. Why can't we hear it? Let's make sure that we can all hear it together. Okay, you hear that like buzzing? There is a little very low sine tone there. We put that noise there and we saturate it. Let's make sure that there's a limiter on the end. Ooh. See how it was nothing? The noise is so low, but we're distorting that sine that's coming through with the noise. So it kind of flutters, which is really cool. And then you can high pass that, because out here you've got the sub, and out here you've got the Reese. And from there, once you dial that in and you get it feeling good, you can add, you know, your EQ8, which is maybe moving a little bit on the fundamental frequency. Maybe you've got some low bell curve movement as well. Maybe you've got some stuff in the mids that moves that frequency. And then using something like motion harmonic or isotope trash, or maybe you want to use decapitator, but there's a lot of automation going there. I used motion harmonic because there's very little automation that I have to do. There's a bunch of different presets, but that's the one I chose. And then, you know, you can go to a saturator again, you can go into OTT. And then you just resample that once you're happy with it. You just resample it onto a new track. So it's that same thing, right? And once you've resampled it, you can put it into a sampler instrument. You can set up your macros, add a little bit of pitch fluctuation. Ooh. Now I started to group this to make it a little bit easier. A little bit of vocoder brings out the noise. And then pair that with instruments that you find that are going to work with this. I chose all strings. Now let's put our respace noise in there. Well, that just becomes one shot in your project, but it's something that I found like extremely engaging, extremely interesting when I started thinking about maybe that more organic. I forget what would be a good example. Coban Sound, I think, does it brilliantly. That organic bass that is undulating. It feels like an organism. Friend with him, what's up? Sweatergirt, great to see you. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. You've missed all of the madness that was in here. I've kind of like called it a day for a sec because we're waiting for glue to dry. But it wasn't nearly as productive as I thought it was going to be. We tried to staple the frames, but it just wasn't happening. So I've gone to glue now, and I'll glue those the rest of the day. And then I might come up. I might set a camera up at the back of this desk when I do cable management. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, I found it extremely engaging and really exciting. So I think that's something, maybe a little homework activity, a little something that you can check out, is this organic bass movement. And I tried to use physical modeling as a jumping off point, which I think is going to be a video this week. Yeah, I mean, what else is going on? Check this out. This is how good I'm sharing a bit too much now. I'm kind of oversharing, but I got this lovely living room to fill out to film out of now. I mean, dude, Sweatercut, put it in the chat. I'm probably gonna get demonetized, but I'll play it out on the outro. Throw it in the chat. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations on your new release. That also reminds me, I think 2 community members had a track come out just yesterday as their first ever release. So very exciting. I'm gonna go new incognito window. I'm going to head over to YouTube. Check this out. So I got moved into this new place a couple days before Christmas. I've been filming out the living room. It looks nice. I kind of want to continue filming out of there. But as my partner says, like, you know, we got this whole new room for you to film out of. You don't want to you don't want to be filming out of the living room. I'm like, I kind of do. It's kind of cozy. But yeah, new video out if you want to check it out. It's kind of like a rant on musicians using ChatGPT to fill in the blanks of where their knowledge is, and I just don't think it's necessary, and I don't think it works very well. And right at the end of this video, I talk a little bit more on how you can actually improve your knowledge base by replicating tutorials and then trying to make that thing once again with a different instrument. So in this example, I'm talking about physical modeling and using what's our free synth called, Vital, and using Vital. But if I copy a tutorial, it doesn't really teach me that much. So going into something like Meld and making sure that I understand comb filtering, that I understand how noise works as an exciter and what a resonant stage could sound like, really beneficial to my knowledge. But ChatGPT doesn't really have that nuance. So I give an idea of how you could use a prompt, but I would avoid it. Anyway, the reason that I'm saying this is look how cute this is. Cozy. These are the big curtains that I need in here. Cozy vibe. I kind of want to continue recording in here. But check that video out if you haven't. I'll throw it in the chat. Can I throw it in the chat? I don't think I can. It's over at the Discord. I'm not signed into YouTube right now, but it's over at the Discord if you want to check it out. But yeah, Sweaty Kurt, shut that baby over here. I'm not sure if I can send links here, but I'll post it in the Discord. Post it in the Discord. We'll check it out. We'll give you some feedback. That's so exciting. I'm so thrilled for you. I keep looking up here as if the camera, I'm looking at this camera, but I need to be looking at this camera. Anyway, this was super fun. Ian Jojo, feel free to go back and check out the stream. You missed all the madness with this, which I don't think was super productive, but we're getting there. I'm gonna go hang out with the lady and have some lunch, but I'll be back this week. I might hit another live stream tomorrow or Monday when I continue on with the studio. I might just set the camera up super high in the corner or something, and we'll chat. I don't think I can do a lapel mic and move around, but I might do more of this, or you might at least see where I've got to with this. I need to eat. I need to go. But this was wonderful, and I'll catch you guys soon. Okay, love you. Bye.